Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Sunday. Just hopping on to say hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Oh, from Georgia. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Hi, George. Hi. Good to see you. Hello. I wanted to hop on and let everyone see my face instead of just my hands. Ooh, San Diego, lovely, lovely. Philadelphia, aloha, aloha to you as well. Virginia, very nice, very nice. Ready to learn? Well, we're just gonna do a little mini session today. I just wanted to hop on and say hi to everybody. And oh, Michigan and Kansas, my goodness. Oh, Louisiana. And just show you my face, kind of. I do have a filter on. I think last time, oh, thank you. Last time somebody said I look like a werewolf. So this time I just put the freckles on. Hopefully it's a little bit better. But hello. Oh, from Arizona, have some tacos. Yes. I had enchiladas today, actually. So love that. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, hello. Hello, everybody. Yes, it's my face. I wanted to just say hi tonight and hop on so you could see I'm an actual person. I am mixed. I'm very mixed, and I am mixed with Hispanic. Yep. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ooh, Tahoe, wonderful. Oh, Indiana. I love that. Love that. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I just don't get a chance to actually come on and have a face to face. So, freckled werewolf. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, laser focus. Well, I do try. I do try. Hello, welcome, welcome. Yes, I do like to use a little bit of a filter just to kind of, for safety reasons, I think. So I do have a little bit less of a filter on this time than I have before. But oh, my rings aren't very interesting today. I've just got my college ring on today. So I'm afraid that's about it. Yeah, I'm just saying hello to everyone tonight. Just wanted to pop on. I've got a lot of new followers, and I wanted to just let you know that I'm a person. I'm an actual person. So, oh, thank you. Oh, that's so kind of you to say. That's so kind. I do try to just put a little bit of a layer between myself and the internet. I find that that helps me feel a little bit more comfortable. So, hello, hi. Oh, Cozy and Craig, good to see you. Yes, I do. I wear my college ring. Sometimes I do enjoy just to remember. I live in a college town, and we have a lot of students coming back in that are starting. So, oh my goodness. Oh, Oklahoma, very nice. Love that. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. I do try to put some interesting things out for people to talk about, and we can kind of chat and figure things out. It's nice to see your face. Thank you. Yes, yes, I thought I would pop on and just let you know I do have a face. Oh, Florida. Very nice. Very nice. Love that. Love to see it. It's good to see all of you as well. It's nice to be able to kind of chat with you a little bit here. So, oh, Cape Cod, wonderful. You're welcome. You are very, very welcome. I am happy to come on. It's always fun to talk about the law and go into different issues and things. Good evening to you as well, sister. Nice to see you. Are you going to break down everything that's happening tomorrow? I am, Julie. I will be back on. And one of the reasons I wanted to hop on tonight was just to let everybody know I will be on tomorrow at 6 o'clock, my normal time. And it will be Central Standard Time. And I will break down the hearings that are set for tomorrow. So I will be going through those and talking about different things. It seems like both of them will be in federal court. I had thought one would be in Georgia, but we'll be in federal court, so I will have to, oh, my hands, yes. But I will break everything down. Yeah, 6 p.m. Central Time. Hello, Jay. Hello, good to see you. Oh, thank you so much, redheaded one. Thank you. I love being able to come in and chat with people and, answer questions and talk about the law. What type of law do you specialize in? I spent a lot of time in criminal defense. I did prosecution work as well for the government. I've done so both sides, and then civil litigation, employment law, family law, all different kinds of areas. So now I'm just very client oriented. So it really depends on what's going on with my clients. So did I see a boop in there? Oh my goodness, that was funny, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, you just never know what's going to happen sometimes when you go live and you read through things. Sometimes it's surprising. Yes, it's nice. I thought it might be nice to just come on and say, look, I've got a face. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, a PD in Los Angeles. Oh, excellent. Love that. Thanks for the hard work. Make sure to send the thanks over there. I learned much from watching you. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. That's my goal. My goal is to just try to make sure that people understand, and I've got a couple of different ways of putting information out, and sometimes it's in the form of a PB&J sandwich, just nice and simple and sweet, and sometimes it's more complicated, like a lobster bisque. So it just depends on what issues we're talking about, but I'm happy to do lots of different levels. So oh goodness. Would you want to become a judge? Oh, no. I put my time in. I'm good to go. No, thank you. Oh, you found the hawk. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear it. Yeah, he's great. I enjoy watching his content. Very interesting. Thank you for all your information. You're welcome. You're welcome. Absolutely. I'm glad it's helpful. Yes, my hands, they do look different. I do. I have a face. I have a face that goes with the hands, for sure. I haven't seen the Roger Stone documentary. I've got several on my list, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of information out there. Yes, boop, boop, April. Yes, that was quite the thing. The rule against perpetuities. Okay, sure. We'll do that real quick. All right, so the rule against perpetuities just means you can't leave your property indefinitely, so to turn over and over and over again. The best example of the rule against perpetuities would be William Shakespeare. And he left his property in perpetuity to his children. And it just turns over and over and over again. We have a rule against that. You can't keep it going indefinitely. So that's the rule against perpetuities. Oh, a 2L. Oh, this is going to be a busy year for him this year. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do have a filter on, so I do have, these are not my eyes. They're similar to my freckles, but oh, I do enjoy your information. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, they won. Interesting. Oh, the Little League. Okay, good enough. I was like, wait a minute. I don't think we've had the the full series yet. We're getting there, but yes. What's the perpetuity period in the United States? Now that I'm not sure about. You'll have to double check. I'm thinking it's probably in the 25-year range, but you'll have to double check on that. What about the next? Yes, we've got. Do you mean on the cases, the hearings that are going for tomorrow? We have 2 hearings that are supposed to be going tomorrow. We've got the Georgia Mark Meadows hearing that's going, and then we have a DC hearing as well. So we have both of those going tomorrow, and I will be breaking those down after they're done. So in my time zone, it'll be 6 p.m. So about this time tomorrow, I will be on, and we'll be going through all of the information talking about that. So absolutely will be fun. Where did I go to law school? I went to an accredited law school in the Central Time Zone. So I don't give away exactly where I'm located, as I'm sure you can understand, but it is an accredited law school here in my state. So oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, yes. I do a lot of posts, but I find a lot of people just like looking at the paperwork and the documents and going through it. So I try to kind of keep that going on my lives. We're going to need a trial calendar. Yes, and I've got a couple of the dockets I've been going through to kind of break them down. So I'm going to include those tomorrow in my live, talking about the major cases. Now, I've not spent much time on the New York case. It's important, but that's just not, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But that's really not one that's on my radar. So, but I will have the other dockets broken down. I'll put that schedule up and we'll kind of talk about that. So, oh no, I have no political affiliation whatsoever, particularly when I'm teaching about the law. So I leave that up to everyone. You can be whichever way you'd like to be. Bluebird for you. If you want to be one way, the other, or in the middle, or all of them, that's completely up to you. I've got no feelings one way or the other when it comes to politics. I just try to explain the law. Curious about my ethnicity. You know, a lot of people ask me that, and I am just extremely mixed, I guess is how you'd put it. I have over 42 different nationalities as part of my ethnicity. So 3 indigenous tribes that are on different sides of my family. Plus I've got 12 different European countries. Scandinavian, I have some Eastern European. I have South America, Africa, North and West Africa, Central America as well, Mexico, and then all the way over to China and the Philippines. So I just have a very mixed ethnicity, even up to French Canadians. So it's quite a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty much as American as it gets. Pretty much, pretty much everywhere. The only part of the world that is not included is the Middle East, actually. So I spent some time studying that area since I don't have any family from that area. But yeah, I just have a very mixed bag. I think so. My relatives, I think, were just very curious people, very curious. So they kind of went and explored. So I've just got a lot of different ethnicities, a lot of different cultures. So, which I'm very thankful for. Very thankful for. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll save some for the rest. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, it's interesting. I think you know, it's a lot. It's a lot of different pieces. So yeah, and I have relatives that kind of pull different traits. Like, you know, I have an indigenous nose, a French mouth, and then my cheeks are more African. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, I've always been very proud of my ethnicity. I love being mixed. I think it's fantastic. Yes, I agree. I think someone said on one of my lives, Heinz 57, and I thought, like, you know, that's kind of accurate. So yeah, they went and explored. They did. My family was very open into looking into different cultures. So yeah, I thought it was very interesting. Even again, all the way over to China. So it's fascinating. What? Okay. Oh, you're French Canadian too. Oh, bonjour. Good to see you. What made you decide to do TikTok? Oh, sure. So I had a very dear friend of mine, and dear sweet friend, and she had passed away, and she had breast cancer, and her daughter came to me years later and asked me about law school and asked me what it was like and if she should go. And I asked her, I said, well, what social media are you on? And she said TikTok. And I said, well, I'll just make you some TikToks about it and kind of explain it to you. So I thought we could sit down and talk about it, or I could put it in a format that would be more interesting for her when she was on the run. So I just put some TikToks together, and she really enjoys them, and I found other people enjoyed them too. So it just kind of came together that way. And so I'm just very thankful to be able to help her out and, you know, just keep going. People seem to be interested. So, oh, well, thank you. That sounds wonderful. Yes, I do try to get into different kinds of cases and lots of things as we go through. But yeah, lots of different ancestors, Nova Scotia. Oh, wonderful. I love that. Yeah, again, I have no party loyalty whatsoever. I truly don't. Hello, Greg. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, absolutely. You know, I've just found a lot of people, you know, I had made these for her information so she could pick her path in life, and just a lot of people seem to be interested. So it really worked out great. I was just so pleased to hear that. So very happy to help out where I can. Yes, and we're here today. Boop boop. Oh yes, yes. Oh, it was very fun just for today. It was fun. I just have the best people join me on my lives. It's so fun. Just got home from Chicago. Good for you, Suze. Welcome home then. Oh, well, oh, thank you. Can we see your hands to confirm? Yes, I have my class ring on, my college ring on today. I'm not, I'm not really ready to go up, but that's why I'm showing my face today to say hello. It's me. It's me. It's true. It's me. Oh my goodness. You all are a stitch. I just love that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed the lives. I enjoy them too. I think they're really fun to kind of hop on and share information. And, sometimes we get things wrong. Sometimes, we need to look something up, but that's part of the process. So, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Yes. Oh no, I am in general, I'm a pretty happy person overall. I'm pretty thankful for where I am in my life. So, I had my times not being happy, and so I've kind of moved to the next phase. So, I enjoy I enjoy spending time with other people that want to talk about the loss. So, I'm absolutely happy to do that. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you like the lives. Will any of the hearings be available to watch? Now, I had been looking into that, and I do not believe they are. I think there'll be a lot of commentary done, and so I'm going to kind of mash those things together and talk about that later when I come on live. But I don't think we'll be able to watch it actually in real time, but I'll be keeping track of what's going on pretty carefully. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do have a filter on, so this is not my natural eye color. So I'm telling you that right now. So Barcelona. Yes, well, welcome, Ray. Good to see you. Yeah, it is interesting over here right now. Things are a little bit bonkers. So it's kind of interesting to watch. Yeah, the one in Georgia is actually a federal hearing, and so because of that, it won't be televised. But I'm going to be watching and trying to figure out everything that's going on. So we've got evidence that should be going out, both of them for both of the hearings. So I'll kind of put everything together that we'll find out about. I learned so much from watching your lives. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I really enjoy hearing that. I'm so glad. That's really my goal, is to just make the information available for people in an easy way to get it. We spend so much of our energy just getting through the day. I find that, why make things so complicated when we're just trying to figure stuff out? So I try to kind of break it down PB&J style so that everyone can, figure it out and then, go about your business. So, oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Georgia, yeah, Mr. Meadows has asked for it to be removed to federal court. And so they're going to talk about whether or not to kick it back down into state court. It's not officially been removed. It's a technical way that they handle hearings when they've put notice in for it to be moved to federal court. So that's why technically it's federal court, but it's actually in Georgia, is my understanding. But at the end of the day, I don't believe it'll be televised, but I will be gathering. Yeah, that's the Meadows filing. Yep, exactly, exactly. So this particular piece won't be on television. We're going to just get summaries from people that are there. So I will make sure though that I get all the goods for you, all the good information, so we can talk about it. Right, just Mark Meadows is federal at this point. Now, rumor has it a couple of other people are pushing for speedy, but so far I haven't seen anyone else file for federal at this point. I'm keeping my eyes on it though. Yes, I see. That's what I'm wondering about, June. I'm wondering who else is going to be asking for that federal transfer. So, oh, well, thank you, Nico. Appreciate that. He was asking for just himself. Yes, he's the only one that's set for a hearing at this point. So because he was the first one, but I definitely think more people may ask for it. Yeah, I think so too, Steffi. I think we're gonna have more hopping on, seeing what happens. But yeah, he's definitely got some Hatch Act issues going on. So absolutely. Oh no, Mike went out. Hold on, hold on. Here we go. How's that? Can you hear me better now? Let me see. Let me know. Can you hear me okay? Oh good. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad. Good, good, good. Yep. Sorry, had to switch my equipment around. I am not a videographer at all. I'm just a lawyer with a vague understanding of how technology works. So, will these cases be transferred to the federal court? I don't know. I really don't know yet. They're trying to say, they were doing what they did because of their official positions in the federal system. And so that's how they're using the code to bump it to federal court. But I don't know. Trump didn't win his argument in the New York case to get it moved to federal court. So I don't know if these others will succeed or not. We'll see. We'll see. No, immunity, I don't think is going to necessarily kick in with the federal court. I think we still have a lot of issues at play where the federal court is not going to be. The biggest thing with federal court is the different or larger jury pool is really what's going to happen if it gets put into federal court. But we'll still have the same prosecutor. So, and it's, all of those things will pretty much all be the same. It's just a matter of who will be involved in the jury pool. Will you walk us through the entire trial? Absolutely, Kelly. I will. I'll be there. I'll be there. We'll be watching. I'll be watching very, very carefully. Do you think the push to be speedy is to expose what evidence is coming? I think so. I think it's also a power play. Anytime our defendants request speedy, it typically is a power play to say, hey, hurry up and get your case together, forcing the prosecutor into court. What usually happens, the reason why people typically don't waive speedy is because they're in jail and they want to get out of jail. So they want their trials to go quick so it can be decided so they can get out of jail, either start doing their time in prison or get out of county. That's the goal. So for someone who's not incarcerated to want speedy is a power play. It's a bit of a power play, and it's a constitutional right. So you absolutely have a right to ask for speedy. Absolutely. So, I think she's ready too, Jen. Absolutely. How long do you think this trial may take? I'm not really sure at this point. I think, RICO's complicated, but because so many of those acts are hand in hand with the counts that came after count one, I think a lot of things will be able to be done at the same time. Do you make money doing TikTok? I don't, Lester. I don't make money. No. I mean, there's little gifts that pop up that I'm always thankful for. Thank you. But that's not something that is any source of income whatsoever. No, I'm just here just handing out knowledge, just sharing my information. I have a regular stream of income. So I have another source. So for me, this is just for fun. This is just for fun. And other people seem to be interested. So I'm happy to share, my fun with everyone else. So that's really it. That's how I go about it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the heart. Oh, is it true? You can explain about this new law to be effective October 1st. Yes. And, I think I've talked about this before. There's another creator. Oh, look at that. I don't know. Is it good? Okay. There's another creator that's done a great video on the Georgia statue, and it's Hawk. I don't have his sticky note on me right now, but he's done a great job. But I will go into that a little bit more tomorrow. I've got the law printed out so I can kind of take everyone through that. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, I'm happy to share. I'm just it surprises me that other people are interested. I'm happy to talk about it. Absolutely. Have no problems. And I think it's so great that so many people have questions. So it's, I'm happy to do it. I just didn't realize people would be interested is all. So that's it. Oh, this camera is on a tripod, and my other one is it's an arm tripod that's hooked onto my desk. And so it's kind of like an over top camera holder. I think that's the technical term, camera holder. Yes, the face with the voice. Yeah, I wanted to I wanted to pop on and say hello. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're interested in it. I'm happy to explain it with everyone else. Who is interested. Absolutely. Absolutely. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's fun to talk about it. So, Murray, oh, hello. Good to see you. Yes, I love to hear that, Jean Marie. I think that's great to expand, your knowledge base. Absolutely. I think that's really fantastic. Yay, Suze. Good to see you. I do an awesome job. Thank you. I do try. I do try as hard as I can. I do try to give it, my best shot. So I follow a ton of legal creators. You're the only one that covers everything so extensively. Yes. Well, I do try to be thorough. I think maybe too thorough, but I figure if I've got a way to explain things, oh, thanks for the heart. If I have a way to explain things or just show it to you, I try to share that as best as I can. Yes, well, HP, it's kind of a stressful time in the legal field. I think there's, so many misunderstandings and bad information. And so I figure the least I can do is just share, what different things mean. Again, everyone's got to figure out how to think about it their own ways, but I can at least explain what it means. So, yes, yes. How was your weekend? Oh, it's been pretty good so far. Pretty good. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you, Paul. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a pretty relaxing weekend. We had a really fun live last night. So, and I'm still laugh when I, when I look back at the live. I still laugh about it. It was a great time. So that was really fun, but also had, of course, some great time with family. So, Michael, I do. I just, a lot of comments roll through pretty quick. So I do try to catch everybody's here. Will the federal trial still mean 5 years minimum if convicted under RICO and no pardons? Yes. Mandatory minimum sentences very controversial and have been for a really long time because it takes the discretion away from the sentencing authority person. So when a statute is written out that you have to serve your 5 years, you have to serve it. And that's all of your 5 years in Georgia. So no credit for good behavior and so on. If you're convicted, you have to serve that minimum. That's how it's set out. Can his attorneys be in trouble for pushing a false narrative? It gets tricky because if you do not have a defamation or some kind of a crime, uh, then no, you really can't. But if you say false statements when you are required to tell the truth, like under oath or to an FBI agent or to a congressional committee, if you say false information, you can get charged with that. But just general false information, no, there's really no law that says you can't just lie as much as you want. It's just a matter of who you're lying to and how you're doing it. So, yes, yes. I am live. I'm an actual person. It's true. It's very true. I am. I have a face. Oh, I wanted to hop on and say hi to everybody. Really enjoyed listening to the phone call and writing down the evidence. Yeah, Amanda, I thought it's helpful. It's so helpful, I think, to really, see how we pull the evidence out of an exhibit. And that phone call will be put into evidence. And so as we're putting something like that into evidence in a trial, we have to pull pieces out for the jury to be able to look at. So I think that's helpful to kind of show you how we do that. Even though it was a bit sloppy, but still I think helpful. So hopefully I'm hoping to be able to do that with some more information as we go along. I've just got to be careful with how I'm presenting it on this platform. I just am really careful about the community guidelines here. So hi from Puerto Rico. Yes. Hello. Fifth Amendment's been used like crazy because yes, the Fifth Amendment, anytime that Fifth Amendment is invoked, absolutely, that's where you've got that right against self-incrimination. So you can invoke that. You can invoke that. D is married. I am married. I'm married. I'm completely married, totally married. Married within the definition of marriage. That is me. I am married. So yes, thank you. Thank you anyway, but nope. I've already ordered my meal. I don't mind looking at the menu, but I've already ordered, so I'm good to go. Oh, yes, I'm very, I'm very married. Alabama. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome. So be respectful. Oh, yes. It's always fun. It's always fun to chat with people. I adore it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, my new. Oh, Suze, that's so sweet. I appreciate that. What about his attorneys on that infamous phone call? That's a great question. We do have several people that were on that phone call. So, accountability, I think, may be coming down the road for them. Absolutely. In my humble opinion, I'd like to help you if you need mods while reading case. Okay, Kelly, I'm going to write your name down and add you to my list. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate that. My moderators, they work so hard. I'm so thankful for their time and patience. But I know they want to listen too. So sometimes they need support too. So I'm trying to. Oh, Julie, you got it. I'm trying to make sure we have enough people that everyone can also listen to and participate. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. I will put your name. I'll put your name down. Yeah, Cozy and Cray. I mean, everybody, you all do such a great job. I'm so thankful for that. But again, also want my mods to be able to hang out and ask questions, so on too. So yes, and I think too, if you listen to her points on that phone call, yeah, there's some questions there. There's some questions. Can you plead the fifth on a grand jury indictment? I thought the Constitution read differently. You can plead the fifth anytime you are under oath and you feel that anything you say could get you into trouble, or your family, honestly. So I think that's the key, is if you're in a position where you're being forced to answer a question and that question would incriminate you, you can take that fifth oath. That's what that is all about. Do you think TikTok will eventually be banned? No, I don't. I don't. I think once we start looking into all of the different apps and all of the different things that could be banned, and then we start targeting, now we get into some significant censorship issues. Of course, if you're under 18, that's a different thing. We've got all kinds of different safety measures put in place for that. That's different. But if you are an adult and you're wanting to use a particular app, no, I don't see how they would be able to completely ban it, not with any of the language they've been using. And we've actually already had a court rule on that. So I'm feeling okay about that. Asking for 11,000 vote in Georgia. Is that okay? It seems like that question, I think if you're asking someone who has the ability to give you votes and you're asking them for votes, but the only way they can do it is illegally, you're asking them to do something illegal, I think there's a good question in place about whether or not you're soliciting, whether or not you're trying to conspire with someone to commit an act. So I think that's really the issues that we're dealing with here. If you plead the fifth in a roundabout way, you're guilty. And I think a lot of people feel that way. We do have to be careful. Everybody's got a right against self-incrimination. So there is that. But I think if you look, I believe Mr. Trump's already made multiple statements on what he thinks of people who take the fifth. And so my stance is, if he chooses to take the fifth, I think that same standard can be applied to him. That is his own standard, in my opinion. So that's kind of how I look at it. Which indictment has the most teeth? They're all kind of unique. The Florida one is great because it's got the elements and it's kind of a yes or no element situation. There's really not a lot of interpretation. Was it a document? Was it classified? Did he have it? Did he not give it back? That's really it. DC has so much evidence for obstruction. There's just so much evidence. So that's pretty strong. And then Georgia too, with the phone call evidence and all of the other pieces and all of the other actors. So they all have their strengths. None of them, of course, are 100%. No case is ever 100%, but they all definitely have their strengths for sure. You think the prosecution has strong cases? So far, they look pretty strong. I think their probable cause is strong. If we had weak probable cause just out the gate, it would be a situation where it's like, you need to really settle this out or toss it. But their probable cause is pretty strong. Is it beyond a reasonable doubt? Again, that'll be up to the jury to decide truly. The right to investigate, not the right. Yeah, you're right, Tracy. You're right. I think the Georgia case has the most teeth. There's a lot of great information there and a lot of people working on that case. So I think they've got their points, but they definitely have some pieces that are going to be some challenges for the government too. In my humble opinion, you mentioned once, even if client is innocent, you would encourage them not to testify. Why? Snappy Squid, hello. Yes, no, don't, no. I would not say, if I had a client who wanted to testify, it is their right to testify. That's your constitutional right. But when you testify, you open yourself up to cross-examination. And cross-examination, we are trained as lawyers to break down your credibility. So even if you somehow come back with all the best answers, we're still going to be able to put doubt into the minds of the jury when we're doing a cross-examination, no matter who you are as a witness. And so I think if you have someone with a lot to lose and you're sitting them up on the stand with especially a defendant, it just never turns out well. I think maybe one or two cases ever where it's gone in a way that has not been horrible. So no, I would never, I don't like to use the word never, but I would highly discourage any client from testifying in their own defense unless it was absolutely necessary. And again, it's just because of that cross-examination element. Law of the Wild, hello, welcome, welcome. Can you speak to what you think the government's challenges will be? I think one of the biggest challenges, honestly, is going to be kind of educating the jury about how the law actually works. That's kind of part of our jobs too, as we're presenting evidence, because our jurors are the people in our communities who have this understanding or misunderstanding about certain key pieces of the law. And I think with the issues in these cases, the government's going to really have to work towards making sure the jury understands what the law really means, as opposed to what they think it means. So I think that's going to be an issue for sure. Oh, thank you, Limo. Welcome. Oh no, it's okay. Limo and I go way back. It's all right. We're old friends. Oh, that's all right. Yes, welcome, welcome. The attorney can't protect you on the stand, so it's very, very risky. That's a great way of putting it, Steffi. That's a great way of putting it. I think the speech you read last night was so revealing. Lexi, it really was. When you look at the words themselves that were used, I think it really kind of sets out, what we're talking about with freedom of speech and inciting language and, this idea of lawless actions. So I think a lot of those kinds of questions can be answered. Can you be forced to testify on your own behalf? No, that's an absolute constitutional right. Absolute constitutional right. Thank you for your insight. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, if you want to really go forward and put on a healthy, hearty, affirmative defense, sometimes testifying is the best way of doing it, especially in self-defense cases when you're trying to show who was the first aggressor. But those kinds of situations is because you're pleading that affirmative defense, not because you're being required to answer by the judge or opposing counsel. You're putting on that defense. And so you're kind of walking into that scenario. But yeah, it can be very, very detrimental to your own case if you're testifying. But sometimes people think it's worth it. And, I suppose it can be, but it's very rare. It's very rare. You're one of the most dishonest people on TikTok. Oh, you act unbiased, but we all know whose side. Now, Lisa, it's fine. You can actually, if you put your finger on the screen, you can go like this and you can like flip so that you don't have to hang out. So don't want to send any negativity into your world. So feel free to just swipe on by if that's what you would like to do. I do have my messages open right now. So if anyone would like to message me, you can. I'm not taking clients through TikTok. I just don't do that. And I don't give legal advice. I give legal education. I have to watch out for the ethics. But if you've got some questions, you can definitely message me and I can see what I can do to direct you to a good point. So place to go. Incredibly even keeled. Oh, thank you so much. Love the wild. I do try. I do try my best, but everyone's got a different perspective and a different way of looking at things. And so that's absolutely fine. Just, if someone's struggling with it, I would just recommend swiping on by. That's the best way to do it. Oh, you're welcome, Ava. You're welcome. You are welcome. Oh, Kimberly, I'm just saying hello to everyone tonight. I'm just saying hi. Patient with rude. Yeah, I feel like I kind of used up all my rudeness in my past. I had to do what I had to do at certain times. And as I've gotten to this point in my life, it's like, it's fine. People just have differing opinions and that's okay. It doesn't hurt my feelings and I don't take it personally. I just don't. I have my own world around me and that's the real world. And so I'm fine. I'm fine with differing opinions. That's no problem. Yes, in layman's terms, I do try. I figure, I think it's a bit of a disservice how our legal language and concepts are set up because I think it can be detrimental because people don't have easy access to how to understand it. That's something that's a pet peeve of mine. So I do try to kind of break it down in a way that like a normal person would understand it. So, there's lots of people that go to a higher level. And if we want to go up to that, high level of education, that's fine. We can do that. But I found that in general, more people just prefer just the basics. Like, what does it mean? As opposed to a big, long constitutional explanation, which is good sometimes, but not all the time. I think that gets to be a bit much. Inflammatory. He's supposed to limit his comments. I have not paid attention. I think that'll be very interesting to see what happens. Answer a question about Fannie Willis. Okay. I'm not sure what the question is. I've had a couple so far. Yes, Peaches. Yeah, you only go to jail if you break the law. So I'm pretty careful about not breaking the law. But I had an aunt named Peaches once. Actually, her real name was Hazel, but we called her Peaches. That's such a great name. I love it. Love it. Love that. Sent in a message. Great, great. I'll take a look after the live and see what I can do to kind of help you out a little bit. Thank you for continuing to do this despite. That's no problem, Steffi. It does not bother me at all. I just don't take it with me. I think I've done so many cases and, it hurts at the beginning when family come after you and people spit on you or throw things at you. It hurts. But after a few years, you just get used to it. So it just doesn't affect me anymore. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for the likes. I appreciate that. Innocent people have mistakenly gone to jail. You're correct. You're not wrong. Absolutely correct. Hello. Egypt, good to see you. Yes, it is. It is, Holly. It's very similar in some ways. The big thing, we have pretty high stakes when we screw up in the legal field. Not as high as when we're in the medical field. But we have that element of trauma of people coming in and they're just so full of anxiety and so much stress, and understandably so. We don't have that physical pain that our nurses and our doctors and our nursing assistants go through. So you have that added element to it, but it's similar in a lot of ways. Absolutely. Oh, nothing but respect for our medical field. Such a tough area. Big fan collecting all of your highlighters. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Hey, highlighters, that's the way you go. That's how you can break everything apart. Everything's understandable. Do I do Indian law? I study Indian law. I try to teach as much as I can about Indian law. I do have a couple things up on my Tube of You channel on a couple of recent cases. And am I single? No, I'm not. I'm married. I am happily, very, very, very married. So for a very, very long time, I married my high school sweetheart. So I'm good to go. But thanks for asking, but I'm good. Pre-trials and discovery can be stressful. Very true. Yes, very stressful. And when you're starting to have a client that's going through their story and reliving that trauma, it's very stressful. Yes. Deranged. Yikes. That's tough. There's going to be some. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was really pretty. Can I practice in Virginia? No, I'm not licensed in Virginia. Sorry. Oh, yeah, the jellyfish. Beautiful. Hello, Arnold. Hello, welcome. Lawyers who have secondary trauma. Oh, absolutely. It took me about probably 2 years before I had to go in. And of course, I went in and I was very lucky. I was able to find a therapist and a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and I had to. You start doing trials with the level of harm as a prosecutor, or even as defense counsel, and you've got to start talking to somebody, or it will just absolutely destroy you. It just is. You're just working with the darkest part of our society, and you have to. It's your job. And if you want to keep your humanity, you've got to get help for it. You just absolutely do. It's essential. It's absolutely essential. I highly recommend therapy to anybody who's going through trauma. Mental health, so important, very important. And a lot of attorneys and a lot of my friends try to kind of self-medicate and take care of it on their own. But we're not trained. We're not trained in how to deal with mental health. And particularly, I did a lot of work involving children and those kinds of issues. They break your heart, and you got to have somebody to talk to about it. You just do. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. You can white knuckle it, but it won't last. It won't last. That Band-Aid won't last. You got to go in and take care of it. Try selling used cars. They'll put you in all right. Fair enough. Oh, great. Good. Yeah, I'll take a look at my messages. Do you like any lawyer movies or TV shows? Okay, great question. I've had that question, and I've been thinking about it. So usually I will say The Pelican Brief is one of my all-time favorite movies. But another movie that I think is highly underrated is just hear me out. 21 Jump Street. That was remade. There's a section about the Miranda rights that every time I see it, it cracks me up. And there's another one, I think it's called Bad Guys with Will Ferrell. Oh my gosh, that one's funny too. So if you're looking for something a little lighter, I would recommend those. But they're pretty funny. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, I mean, they're pretty funny. Yes, yeah. Well, goodness. Now, just keep in mind anything you put out in a comment section is available to the public. I'm just saying. I thought it was pretty funny. Oh, The Pelican Brief, of course. It was amazing. I thought that movie was great. And of course, A Few Good Men's the classic. And very inspirational when you need to kind of hype yourself up, particularly as a woman. I thought it was very inspirational to take a look at that movie and just recognize where we are versus where we were. I think it can be very helpful for that. So Lincoln Lawyer, yes. My Cousin Vinny was excellent movie as well. James, okay, great, sounds good. Very good. Do you know there's another doing the same on social media? I knew that there have been a couple of other accounts that have been posting some of my posts, which is, so far I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. As long as they're not trying to sell you anything or charging anything, I just kind of let it be. But I'm not going to. I'm working on merch right now, but I'll make it very well known that it's me. But other than that, there shouldn't be anything that I'm doing that would require any kind of money. So if you see that anywhere, you just let me know and I'll go after that immediately, because this is all meant to be just free, informative, good education for anyone who's interested. So I'm kind of just keeping my eye out for that. Army family, we don't really like military movies. Fair enough, S. And it took me a long time. My family is Army also. Very Army, like super Army. And in fact, I'm originally from San Antonio, but don't tell anyone. I worked hard to get rid of my accent. But yeah, I understand. It took a while to be able to kind of go down those roads. Pull over for, oh, yes. Yeah, I agree. The fire engines. That's impersonating a real account. Yeah, go for it. I think the key is like, what's the motive? And maybe I'm looking too much into it, but if I'm looking at it and I'm like, what are they trying to do? And are they just adding more information, or are they trying to get some kind of compensation? Because there should not be any kind of that compensation element for anything I'm doing at all. That's one of the reasons why I like it here on TikTok so much. I lived in San Antonio. Yes. Exactly. Oh, okay. Kyle, Texas. Got it. Highlighting methodology makes sense with a military family background. Yes. Well, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I've got OCD. I have pretty severe OCD, and I think of it as my superpower as opposed to a detriment. So for me, I need everything to be broken down into different colors, and I'll give you a little insight. It just, that's just how my brain works. And so it's helped me to be able to get through anything I need to get through. But yeah, oh, hi from San Antonio. Hello. Yes, originally Rules of Engagement was a great movie. Good to know. Am I part Black? Yes, I am many things, and I am part Northern and Western African. The Firm, very good, classic, absolutely. Most lawyers have OCD. Well, many of them. I think it is good for this field. I do. I think it is good. I've always found it to be helpful. It's not necessarily helpful for people around me, but it's helpful for me, and that's what's important. So, Erin Brockovich, yes, that was a great movie. That was a great movie too. Love that. TikTok's diversity, finding like-minded people globally. Yes, I agree, Snappy Squid. I think it's great. I love it. Oh, my eyes. It's a filter. It's a filter. I do put a layer between myself and the internet. I've got the sun coming in here pretty good too. So, yeah, The Firm. It's a pretty old one, but it's pretty good. Neuroanatomy, yes. Oh my gosh. Ooh, anatomy. Yikes. Yeah. I met many that are, yes. And, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with, just one moment. Let me close up my blinds. Just a second. Sorry. Sorry about that. I may have to let everyone go here. I have actually photophobia. I have to watch out for my light. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have much light left in me for tonight, everyone. I'm so sorry. You'll have to forgive me. Oh, now I do look like a werewolf. Oh, goodness. Yes, I will have to let everyone go. I apologize. I have a problem with my eyes, so I can't have the light on in certain ways. But thank you, everyone, for stopping by tonight. It was wonderful to see you all, and I appreciate your time so much. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate it. I will be back again tomorrow, and I'll be going through all of the different hearings and things that have gone on. So yes, have a great, wonderful night, everybody. Boop. Boop to all of you as well. And take care. Yes, it was so great to see you all. I really appreciate your taking the time. I knew I had a bit of a timer with the sun tonight, so, but I will be back on again tomorrow, and take care. I wish you all the very, very best. See you tomorrow.